Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.
Hey there, I'm George Savarikis, and what a finish to the 121st edition of the U.S. Open for the second time, the South Course on Torrey Pines. Playing host and Jon Rahm with his signature moment, delivering with a birdie on not just the 71st, but the 72nd hole as well, a final round 67. Good enough to post 6 under and beat Louis Oosthuizen by 1. Harris English, a nice final round 68 to capture solo third. See some of the other big names that were on the first page of that leaderboard, but it was Rahm standing clear from the rest of the field, and he becomes the first player hailing from the country of Spain to win the U.S. Open, the gold standard, Seve Ballesteros, with 5 major victories. Jose Maria Olazabal, a 2-time Masters champ, 1994 and 99. Sergio Garcia had his big moment 4 years ago, and now Jon Rahm joins the club. After the victory, Jon Rahm sat down with our Todd Lewis.
Jon, you arrived here at Torrey 3 shots out of the lead on Sunday. Did you feel that this was going to be your day?
I knew it could have been. I knew it could be, and I believed it. After I hit the driver on 1, how good that felt, and the second shot into 1, and making the putt, that is when I proved it to myself. I'm like, that pin's not a pin, you birdie. You don't hit it short right and then make the putt on that pin. That just doesn't happen. And I went to the second tee knowing, okay, this could be our day. Let's start well. And then, after the bogey on 4, the birdie on 9, I just kind of strung along, stayed there and started seeing people make some birdies and then make some bogeys. And after I missed the putts on 13 and 14, which making pars is never bad. There were good rolls. I told Adam, you know what? The one on 14, that was a good roll. It is what it is. It's a good stroke, point of greens, late on the day, it might have bumped, whatever. And I went to 15, told him 2 4s and 2 3s win the tournament. Whatever order they happen, I don't care. But that wins it. And I went and really committed on the last 4 holes to basically do that. And as I was playing each shot and each putt, that's probably why the last 2 went in, is just because I knew this was my day. I could feel it in the air. I was nervous and we had the adrenaline, but I could just feel that today was my day. And man, if those 2 putts are in proof of it, I don't know what is.
Becoming a major champion is obviously not easy. It takes a while and you learn a lot. What did you learn in the process to get to this moment?
I feel like a lot of times I've played a major championship thinking I need to play my best every single hole, every single shot of every single day. And that's just not the case, right? I've won tournaments in the past without having my A game every single day. Friday and Saturday kind of being an example of it, right? It wasn't my best day ball striking, but I posted a score that was respectable. Today was a day when everything just was firing in all cylinders, right? And I think in the past I've gotten too caught in the fact that I need to make birdies, I need to make this, I need to make that. This was the first time in a U.S. Open where I was just accepting pars. I was like, you know what? Put it in the fairway, put it on the green, and we'll move on. You make it or you won't make it. And then, you go on, and I think that's why I stayed so calm. There's been moments where I've gotten frustrated, yes, like everybody does in the U.S. Open, it happens, but 99.9% of the time, I was confident and calm. And especially on Sunday, I had performed on Sundays in major championships before. I knew I could get it done. I just had to be in contention, not a million shots back, right? I was kind of getting tired of those backdoor top 10s, and I wanted to be in the middle of the excitement coming down the stretch. And today I got my wish and I got it done.
Your dad, your son, kept born in April. You talked about calmness that you had out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is being a dad part of that equation as well?
Yes. There was a shift that I felt within myself after the 3rd round of the PGA. I finished poorly, I was mad, and I could have handled it better. And I got back home and I looked at my son and said, you know what? I've done a lot of things on the golf course that I regret. In the past, I always had the excuse that it helped me perform better. And I've always been a role model for people, but now I have a son, somebody who's dependent on me, who's going to learn a lot of things from me, like I did from my dad. This cannot happen. I cannot do some of the things I've done in the past that I truly regret. I'm not happy about it. It's just sometimes you get caught up in competition. It's not an excuse. It's just I have to accept the fact that it happened. And that Sunday at the PGA was a very different round of golf mentally for myself. It was very much like today's. I shot 4 under as well, and I was calm. I just let it come to me. I just went and played and tried to be somebody Kepa in the future would be proud of. Now, I'm not expecting it to be smooth sailing till the end of my career. There'll be better days and bad days, but I did make a deal with myself to try to be better. Not for me, but for him. And I feel like that's a very powerful moment right there. And it helped out a memorial. It was 3 days of amazing golf, and I was put in the performance of a lifetime before I had to withdraw. And I continued it here to this week. And I never thought the U.S. Open would be my first major. If it had to happen, it was going to be here. But I think my son helped me get that change, get that mentality. I still have the competitive edge and the drive and that basically the dog in me. And, you can see it on the last few putts. But when I miss shots, like what happened on 9, when I thought it was out of bounds, my face never changed. I just keep on going. We'll figure it out. And hopefully I can keep doing this good a job in the future.
Final thing, I'm sure as a child, as a kid, playing the game on the coast of Spain, you dreamed of winning a major championship. Now you've done it not only as a father, but with your parents here to witness it. How does the reality compare to the dream?
I still haven't processed everything, but I knew this first major had to happen with my parents present. I mean, not that I didn't try when they weren't there, obviously. I tried my hardest, but I knew it was going to happen with them here. And I feel like this week was, the setback I had 2 weeks ago was only a build-up for this moment. I believed it. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I truly believed in my mind that something good was going to happen this week. I didn't know what. Obviously, we're trying to win, but something really, really good and positive was going to happen in my life. And if you add the fact that, what I've done in Torrey, I had my first breakthrough here. My dad was here for that. My mom wasn't. And you add, now I'm a father. My son's here. My wife is here. Her parents, my parents, everybody except my brother and his family is basically here. And I just knew he was going to be like that. And, Father's Day in Spain is a different day, but I'm pretty sure he's going to celebrate it today like it was a couple months ago in Spain. And, 3 generations of Rahm celebrating this at the same time. It's a pretty surreal feeling.
Congratulations. Enjoy this.
Thank you very much.
The newly minted major champion now at the top of the mountain, ranked number 1 in the latest official world golf rankings. Dustin Johnson slides to 2. Justin Thomas rounds out that top 3. Rahm ascending once again to world number 1. And how cool is this? Jon Rahm putting this out on Snapchat. Morning, my darlings. That's his wife, Kelly, and U.S. Open trophy tucked in after a nice night's sleep, basking in the celebration. Phil Mickelson sending his congratulations via Twitter. Jon Rahm's putts on 17 and 18. Amazing. Jack Nicklaus, the 18-time major champion. Both Jon Rahm and Louis Oosthuizen played beautifully. Jon then finished the U.S. Open like we haven't seen anyone finish in almost 40 years. 2 birdies on the last 2 holes. Jon was terrific. Very well said. And once again, the South Course at Torrey Pines delivering on Sunday as Jon Rahm, the major champion. Thanks for joining us.